Okay guys, so we're gonna get started. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Yeah, brilliant, lovely. Okay, so we're gonna come into a seated position today. So if you have props at home, maybe some cushions, I haven't got anything here. So if you're sitting and when you sit down, your knees are this way, how I am, with the knees lifted, it means that there's pressure in the hips. So if you're able to at all, try to have some blocks or cushions, as many as you can, so that you can elevate your hips a little bit higher. And then the knees will automatically go down. So you want to try and not to, as you sit, I'm just going to show you to the side, you don't want the lower back to sort of round this way. You want to try to push the pelvis forward slightly so that the pelvic floor can go forward as opposed to going back. You want to tilt it forward. So wherever you are, come into a comfortable seated position. If you need to lean against the wall and you have wall space, then please do so. If you need to extend your legs, do that as well. Anything that you need to be as comfortable as possible. So you can find your space, bring the hands onto the lap or on your knees. And close your eyes, lift the shoulders, roll them back and down, away from the neck and the ear. Feel as if the legs, the sits bone, your tailbone are connecting into the earth. Feel as if the crown of the head is lengthening up through towards the sky. As if there's a fine thread that's lifting you up, giving you length to open up the vertebrae, to lengthen, to feel the energy flowing, the breath flowing fluidly up and down the spine. See whether you can do a mental scan of the body, relaxing your feet and your legs. Relax your hips. Relax the back, the belly, the diaphragm, the chest. Relax the hands and the arms, the shoulders, the neck, the face and the head. Notice whether you're clenching your jaw. See whether you can try to relax the tongue and the jaw. Relax your eyes, your ears, your nose, your forehead. Try to smooth the forehead out. Relax your mind. And visualize there's a triangle. The tip of the triangle is the point between your eyebrows, your third eye center. The base of the triangle is on either side of the nostrils. So one on the right, one on the left. That's the base of the triangle. The tip, the point of the triangle is the eyebrow center. So as you breathe in, you're taking the energy up to the eyebrow center. As you breathe out, just releasing it through the base of that triangle. Inhale to lift the energy up to the tip. Exhale to release it down. Feel the abdomen expanding, contracting as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Try to really engage the diaphragm. So as you breathe in, feel the belly expanding like a big balloon, blowing up, filling up. As you breathe out, draw the belly in towards the spine. As if you're sucking the belly button towards your back. See whether you can bring a pause at the top of the inhalation and then at the bottom of the exhalation. So notice the breath, the rhythm. Are you breathing really fast? What's the rhythm of your breath? Are you breathing fairly slow? Or are you able to slow the breath down a little bit more? See whether you can breathe in for maybe 3 or 4 counts and out for 6 or 8 counts, or as long as you can. Feel that connection. Feel the here and now presence. You are present in this moment in time. Notice your thoughts, where your mind is, whether it's thinking ahead, whether it's thinking in the past. Where is the mind? Notice those sensations in the body. Try to breathe into those areas that you feel tightness, stiffness, fatigue, or pain. And trying to deepen the inhalation, lengthen the exhalation as much as you can. So you're slowing everything down. You're slowing the nervous system down, you're slowing the mind, the brain, the heart rate down. Everything is connected. The more you're able to regulate your breath, the more we can regulate the mind or control the mind. And that's the saying in yoga, when you're able to control your breath, you can control your mind. And let's sit now in silence for a minute or so, just 60 seconds, and see whether you can remain present. So even though you might find yourself being distracted by maybe sounds, sensations, or thoughts, bring it back to your breath. Bring it back to the rhythm of your breath or your heartbeat. Let's take a deep breath in, long and slow breath out through the mouth. So inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. So you're making like that Darth Vader, that ocean sound. So inhale, exhale. And again, trying to make that exhalation long as possible. Do this a few more times at your own pace. This is another breath that you can use when you feel a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit anxious or stressed. Things become too much. You can blink your eyes open, allow your breath to return to a natural rhythm. And bring our right hand to the floor, onto the side, stretching left arm up reaching over, feeling that left side body stretch. Notice that left leg, if it's lifting up, see if you can press it down. Inhale, up, exhale, drop left hand to the floor. Reach right arm over to the left side, right body stretch. Coming back to center, we'll take a twist, left hand to right thigh or knee, right arm behind your back, reaching and looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, center, exhale, left side. Right hand, left knee, left arm behind your back. The back is straight. Dropping the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Coming back to center, we'll go into a side body stretch again. Right hand to the floor. Left arm reaching over. Looking up to the sky. And slowly inhale up, exhale, left hand down. Reaching over to the left side. Right leg pressing down into the floor. Once more each side. You can go your own pace and pause and breathe into the stretch as much as you can. Just feeling those sensations in the body. Use your breath, deepen the inhalation, lengthen the exhalation. And we'll come up and go into our twist. So right hand behind, finding length and twisting. Over to the left side. Once more each side. Left side. Coming back to center. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Come onto our hands and knees into tabletop. So checking your alignment with the knees and the hips, and then the shoulders and the wrists. So make sure that your back, you're not dropping the belly down, but you're really trying to pull and draw the belly in. Then we'll drop the belly, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, look forward. And then rounding the spine, straightening the arms, chin to chest. And open up as you breathe in, rounding as you breathe out. Couple more times, go at your own pace. Do any intuitive movements that come. So maybe your shoulders, your hips might want to get involved in the stretch as well. Just to mobilize the spine. We'll do a couple more. This time as we arch the back, we're going to tilt forward, round and press back as if you want to go into child's pose. And then arching, tilting forward and rounding, pressing back. So you can feel that pull in the back, the lower back, as you reach down into child's pose. So we'll come back into a neutral position and then walk the hands forward. Drop the chest down. Maybe the forehead comes to the floor, forearms. If you have aids at home and you find that your forehead doesn't come to the floor, you can use a cushion to close that gap. So here you're trying to open up the chest, the shoulders, keeping the knees and the hips in line as much as possible. Dropping the chest down, just allowing gravity to do the work here and just feeling into the upper body stretch. From here we'll walk the hands in slightly and come into down dog, so lifting the knees up, doing any intuitive movements. So here I like to bring my hands a little bit wide, my arms so a little bit wider than shoulder height, and bending my knees to allow the chest to drop towards the thighs and rest there, so I can stretch the upper body, the shoulder blades into the back of the neck, chin towards your chest. You can maybe move the head side to side. Notice if there's any tension in the head and neck. And then straightening the legs. Breathing deeply. And we can slowly walk the feet in towards the hands and take our forward fold. You can allow the arms to hang or hold onto the elbows. Knees can be soft, or you can straighten the legs if you want to stretch in the hamstrings and calves. Try to lift your arches, pressing the balls of the feet, your toes, the outer edge, your heels into the ground. Feeling that connection to the earth through your legs, your feet. And we'll open up the chest a little bit more, bringing the hands behind your back, interlocking the fingers, reaching the arms away. Feeling those shoulder blades drawing close together, allowing the head to drop and to relax. Breathe deeply. Two more breaths here if you can. And then releasing the hands. And releasing the hands back to the floor. Bringing the legs wide and bending the knees, allowing the hips to come down. So if you find that you're not able to come too low or deep into a squat, you can stay where you are and just allow the arms or elbows to press against the thighs to open up the hips and feeling that stretch in the groin, in the inner thighs. But if you're able to come all the way down, then go for it. Again, awareness to the feet. You can maybe bring the hands in prayer position and press your arms against the legs to open up the hips as much as you can. I'm just going to turn to the front. So releasing the hands and bring that right hand to the floor, stretch it out, stretch the left arm up and really feel as if the chest is opening up nice and wide. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. Then we'll go to the left side, stretching and opening up. Deep breath. Release the hands down. Let's take our down dog once more. Then we'll walk the feet forward back into our forward fold. Dropping the head, relaxing the neck. So you can decide how intense or deep you want the stretch. You want it deep, you can straighten the legs. Feel the stretch in the back of the body completely, in the hamstrings, the calves, the glutes. And maybe shifting the weight forward into the balls of the feet again. Pressing, still the heels are on the floor, so the heels are not lifting off the floor, but what's happening is your tailbone is extending higher up to the sky. See if you can relax and let go of the upper body a little bit more. We'll bring our hands in front of the feet, keeping the back straight. Draw the belly in. Let's take a halfway lift, hands onto the shins. Draw the shoulder blades together. Breathe deeply. Exhale and fold forward. Once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. Legs come wide again, back into our squat position. So remember to always honor your body and do what's best for you, accepting our limitations and where we are. Taking your time to settle into the pose, opening up the hips, the groin, and then releasing, bringing that left hand to the floor, stretching it out, stretching right arm, opening up. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly, right hand comes to the floor, stretching out. Left arm reaching up and back. And releasing down. Let's lift up, coming back into our forward fold. And then stepping the legs back into down dog. Let's come up onto the toes as high as you can. Then press back down onto the heels. So up onto the toes. Down, pressing the heels down towards the floor. One more time. Let's slowly bring that right leg up to the sky, otherwise just stay normal down dog. And then bending the knees, slowly stepping that right foot forward, dropping the left knee down, finding your lunge, finding this hip opening here. So here, either hands or fingertips to the floor or hands flat to the floor, or you can walk the hands forward, keeping that leg where it is and dropping forward. Relaxing the shoulders, so notice whether your shoulders are crunching up to your ear, see whether you can drop them down. If you need to use a prop for your knee, you can just fold your mat in or use a cushion. Let's walk the hands in. From here, let's turn our right foot forward, curl onto the left, and let's stretch. So you're keeping that right knee bent and the left leg opens up and straightening. So the inner thigh stretch here. So even if you just come up a little bit high, maybe bring one hand onto the thigh, one hand to the floor, wherever you are, just feel into the inner thigh stretch here. Deep breath. And then slowly straighten the leg. So wide-legged forward fold, bringing the hands in between the legs, dropping the head, relaxing the neck. So either hands or forearms into the floor. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. We'll turn back towards the right leg, so turn the right toes out and step that left leg in slightly. Fold forward onto the right leg. Breathe deeply as much as you can. Relaxing the shoulders, and then we'll start to shift the weight into the right leg and lift the left leg off the floor. Draw the belly in. Either hands to heart, or you keep the hands or fingertips to the floor. If you have blocks at home and you find that you can't get your hands to the floor, you can use that to help. Just prop them under the hand. Deep breath. Let's slowly step that left leg back down. We'll keep the hands into the floor, take plank. So make sure the hands are nice and firm into the floor, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale and coming into cobra. So lifting the chest up, hands off the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Elbows are tucking in close to the side body. And relax the hands down. You can either take child's pose or down dog. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. So from here, let's walk the legs in, back into a forward fold. Breathing deeply here as much as you can. Nodding the head yes and no a few times. And then stepping the legs back, walking them back into our down dog pose. So from here, either staying here or bringing that left leg up to the sky. And bending, stepping that left foot forward into our lunge, lowering the right knee down. And either staying here with the fingertips onto the floor, or you can walk the hands forward in front of you and dropping the head, relaxing the neck. Again, if you need something on the knee, under the knee, just fold the mat in or bring a cushion under the knee. Deep breath. Stay with your breath. Let's walk the hands in if you have them stretched out. I'm just going to turn to the other side so you can see me. So I'm turning my left toes forward, coming into our thigh stretch. So this time the right thigh, inner thigh getting stretched here. So if you're high, just bring one hand or both hands to the thigh, or maybe bring that right hand to the floor, left hand onto the knee. Or if you can go all the way down, just do what you can. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. And then slowly lift up, straighten both legs back into our wide-legged forward fold. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. Gently press the hands into the floor, turn the left toes forward, walk the hands towards the left leg, step the right leg in slightly, fold onto the left leg. Deep breath. And then from here, shifting the weight into the left leg and raising the right leg up. Either hands to heart or keeping the fingertips to the floor, but drawing the belly in. Core is tightened, the left knee soft. Deep breath. And then we'll step that right leg back. Find down dog. Remember to breathe deeply and start to walk the feet in, forward fold. Notice whether you are able to let go of any tension that you might feel in the upper body. And let's bring the hands to the floor, stepping the legs back into our down dog. Let's pause for a second in child's pose, dropping the knees down and just resting, folding forward. Check your heart rate, maybe rolling the head side to side. Let's take down dog. Right leg rises up. Pressing that left heel down, bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then slowly squaring the hip and bringing that knee in between the hands. So option one, you can fold, bring your forearms and rest your forehead here. Option two, you can just bring that right hand to the floor and stretch and link, thread that left arm through the right, as if you want to bring that right shoulder towards the right, left shoulder to the right side. Then rest the head, left side of the head to the floor. The right hand can stay where it is, or you can bring that right arm behind your back. So slight twist as we open up the hips. You're feeling that glute stretch. Deep breath. Try to open up the right shoulder if you have that hand behind your back. Slowly, right hand comes to the floor, lifting up. Walk the hands forward, come onto the fingertips, press the left hip down, look up to the sky, drop the shoulders as you lift the chest up. So try not to crunch up towards your ear, drop them down. Breathe deeply. Walk the hands in, curl onto the left toes, take plank. Exhale, dropping knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale and bring the hands behind your back, interlocking the fingers, reaching the arms away, opening up the chest. Deep breath. Exhale down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Either child's pose or down dog. Left leg rises up to the sky. Pressing the right heel down to the floor. Bending the knee, opening up the hip. And squaring the hip, bringing that knee in between the hands. So either option one, stacking forearms on top of each other, or linking the right arm through the left. Right shoulder comes to the floor, right side of the head to the floor. Left hand can stay as it is, or you can bring it behind your back, trying to open up that left shoulder. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. Notice the stretch on this side, how it feels for you, whether there's any different sensations. Remember to connect deeply with your breath. If you have your hand behind the back, bring it back into position, pressing into that left hand, lifting up. Arm stretches in front of you, coming onto the fingertips. Right hip down into the floor. Chest is lifting as the shoulders relax. Look up, breathe. Walking the hands in, curling onto the right toes, and plank. Shoulders over wrist. Breathe deeply. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, and hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, lifting head and chest up. Breathe deeply. Exhale all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders, either child's pose or down dog. If you're in down dog, let's rest in child's pose for a moment. Connect again with your breath, deepening the inhalation, lengthening the exhalation. Taking down dog again. Right leg rises up to the sky in three-legged dog. Now see if you can bend the knee and bring that knee, keep the knee out to the side. We'll come into a bit of a three-legged plank, bringing that knee towards the right elbow and then stepping the foot forward in between the hands. I'm just going to turn to the other side. And then from here, coming into Warrior Two. So your left foot at an angle, your left toes pointing forward and your right toes pointing out to the side. So that right heel needs to be in line with that left instep, and stretch your arms out. So notice the left arm, usually the arm behind you tends to lower down. So see if you can keep it in line with the shoulders. Bend into the right knee, and instead of the knee buckling inwards, see if you can press it out to open up. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. Look towards your right fingers. Feet are nice and strong and engaged into the mat. So now we're going to stretch that, reach that right hand as if you want to bring it onto the, left hand towards the right thigh or that hip, and stretch your right arm back with that, keeping that right leg bent. So you're opening up the right side body. Inhale back to center. We're going to come back into Warrior Two and do the opposite way. So right hand to the hip, left arm stretches over and across. You can look up to the sky. Keep that right knee bent. Breathe deeply. I'm coming back into Warrior Two, straightening the right leg. Let's take triangle. So right hand on the inside or onto that shin, left arm up to the sky. Look towards your fingers, or you can look down towards your right foot. The left arm can go against your ear if you like. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come up. Back into our Warrior Two. Exhale, hands down. Taking plank. Exhale. Any variation that you like to lower the body onto the ground. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Shoulders down. Exhale into child's pose or down dog. Deep breath here as much as you can. Inhale, left leg rises up to the sky. Now bend the knee, keep that knee out to the left side, and then come into a bit of a three-legged plank. So slowly, very, very slowly with control, keep the core nice and engaged. Bring that left knee to the elbow, and then stepping the left foot forward. Turn your right toes out, come up. Keep that left knee bent. So the instep in line with that left ankle, arms out to the side, shoulder height, look towards your left fingers, breathe deeply. Now bring that right hand to the left thigh, stretch the left arm back. Keep the left knee bent, pressing into the feet nice and strong, feeling into the hips and the left side stretch. We'll come back into warrior two. And then left hand towards the right hip, right arm stretches over and across. Deep breath. Keep the core engaged. Back into warrior two. Straightening that left leg, taking triangle. Right arm against your ear. You can either look up or down towards your left foot. Coming back up, bending into the left leg, arms coming forward, curling onto the right toes into plank. Exhaling any variation that you like all the way down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, either down dog or child's pose. Let's bend our knees, and it's as if you're coming into plank, so the shoulders over wrist. And just holding here, draw the belly in, breathe. And then come back into down dog. And again, bending the knees. So the knees are just hovering an inch or so off the floor. Shoulders over wrist, belly nice and tight. And again, pressing back up. 2 more times, go at your own pace. Last time. And then back into down dog. Let's rest in child's pose. You can bring the arms alongside the body this time, so the shoulders can drop, the hands can rest, the wrist, rolling the head gently side to side. Breathing deeply, trying to regulate your breath and slowing everything down. So you'll notice the heart rate and the breath are probably synchronizing in rhythm. But if you try to slow the breath down, you'll notice the heart rate will begin to slow down as well. So deepening the inhalation, lengthening the exhalation as much as you're able to. We'll slowly lift up, allowing the head to be the last thing. So curling and restacking the spine in place. Opening up the chest, drawing the shoulders back. You can bring the hands behind the back, walk it away, and open up the chest, dropping the head back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the hips forward. 2 more breaths here. Gently chin forward. So we'll prepare for relaxation. Try and be as comfortable as you can, so socks, sleeves, blankets, anything that you need to be comfortable. So if you find that you have any lower back issues, the lower back feels sensitive, you can bend your knees, allow the knees to touch, the feet to be a little wide. Ensure that the shoulder blades and lower back nicely relaxed. Hands can rest on the abdomen or alongside the body. Otherwise, you can bring the legs wide, maybe the width of the mat or wider, and your toes flopping out to the side. Chin slightly towards your chest. So if you find that your chin is extending up to the sky, try to bring a cushion under the head so that your spine, the cervical spine, can be straight as well. Take some time to settle the body into the ground. Closing your eyes. Connecting to the breath once again. Inhaling deeply, abdomen expands. Exhale completely. Feeling everything contracting and relaxing back into the spine, into the ground. Again, remembering to slow everything down, trying to pause in between the breath, not just breathing in and out, but bringing that pause for 2 or 3 seconds in between the breath. So at the top of the inhalation, when you feel that you've filled up to the max, pause before you exhale. And as you exhale, try to really slow the breath down, twice as long as the inhalation. When you feel you've released all the breath out, pause. 3 seconds. Then slowly breathe in. Pausing again. See if you can add 1 more second to that pause this time. And breathe out. And same thing at the bottom of the exhalation, pausing again, adding 1 additional second to that pause. So it's really important that you try to release all the stagnant air, all the toxins in the body using the exhalation. So the longer you can exhale, the more room you're creating for fresh oxygen to the body, to the brain, to the whole system. Breathing in slowly and deeply, and breathing out slowly and completely. And also when you're exhaling, try to draw the belly in so you can really engage the diaphragm. You can feel the expansion of the diaphragm as you contract the abdomen. And feel that contraction of the diaphragm as you expand. Feel everything slowing down. The heart rate is slowed down. The body is slowing down. You're able to relax more. The mind is slowing down and becoming more focused. Bring relaxation to your feet, your legs. See if you can relax them a little bit more. Relaxing the hips and pelvis. Relaxing the back. Relaxing the abdomen, the diaphragm, the chest. Relaxing the hands and the arms. Relaxing the shoulders, the neck, the throat, the face and the head. Relax all the facial muscles. Relax your tongue, your jaw. Smoothing out the forehead. Relaxing the eyes, the ears, the nose. Relax the mind, the brain. Relax your whole body. My whole body relaxing from the tips of my toes to the crown of my head. Let's slowly begin to move our fingers and toes, bringing the awareness back to our surroundings. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Rolling to the right side, curling the entire body over into the fetal pose. Keeping the eyes closed, pressing into the left hand, lifting up coming into a seated position. So again, if you need to extend your legs, go ahead and do so. Use cushions, any props, so that you can sit comfortably. Finding length in the spine, keeping the chin parallel to the floor, eyes closed. And taking some time to connect once more with your breath, noticing any changes in the body, in the mind. So resting the tip of the triangle back to the eyebrow center, the base of the triangle to either side of the nostrils. As you breathe in, lifting that energy, bringing it up to the tip of the triangle. As you exhale, release it back to the base of the triangle. As you sit, you can even visualize the body in that shape of a triangle. But keeping the point of the triangle at the eyebrow center, resting there. Feeling that stillness and silence within, trying to withdraw internally. Sounding out all those environmental noise. Even though we're acknowledging the sensation, the sounds, the thoughts, we're coming back to the present by connecting to the breath, resting at the tip of the triangle, the point between the eyebrows, feeling the whole body completely relaxed. Your whole system, the whole parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. That system that's responsible for complete relaxation, so that we can shut down that sympathetic nervous system, that fight or flight mode that we seem to always be in. Feeling the calmness, the peacefulness in the body and in the mind. Know that you can return to this state at any time, just by connecting with your breath. Let's join our palms together to our heart space. And taking a bow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely rest of the day. Hopefully see you guys next week. Take care, everybody. Nice to see you all.